All right, so Donald Trump made it clear today during a press conference with the head of the Italian government that if he doesn't get the wall, he's going to shut the government down. And that's devastating to his own party, actually. And I think Donald Trump was sending a very clear message today that, sure, I'm a Republican, but this immigration issue, he believes, is the seminal issue in this country right now, and that folks will run to his side. And I think he's right.
It's a wickedly wise move that is a calculated one.
Absolutely.
Because he knows that by threatening this, and he's not just threatening, I believe he will go through with it. And if he does, he will force them to give him the funding that he's looking for to build that wall. But I hope and pray that those quote unquote Democrats and compassionate conservatives will send this man a message that if he does this, it will fall right at his doorstep. And remember, you have midterm elections on the way. And so he has to be very careful that this does not cost his party the House and possibly the Senate in the long run by doing something like this.
All right, I'm going to sound cruel here for a minute. But I think we all agree that separating children from parents and putting them in cages, that's stupid. It's not a workable thing. But I want to be cruel. It's a distraction to a certain degree from the real problem. We cannot continue to allow masses of mostly illiterate, lower-class people to flood our country. I don't care what flavor they are, what color they are, what country they're from. Since we now have to support those people, we just can't afford it. And if the wall is what we need to do that, then we need a wall.
Well, but what proof are we using to determine that the masses of Latinos that are coming into this country are illiterate?
A lot of them are.
Have you looked at America's academic ranking on the world stage? With the amount of money we spend per student and where we're ranked academically on the world stage, it appears that we're illiterate, wasting money and spending it in areas of education where we're not getting the results which should be benefiting our children. When you say illiterate, I take that as an insult because all of those coming across the border are really not illiterate. They're really smart because most of the children in school today are not being taught really. They're being taught to pass tests but not use creative thinking. And most of those quote-unquote illegals coming across the border are some of the most creative thinking people you'll ever meet.
Look, I'm not insulting the people. They could be the greatest people in the world. We can simply not afford in this country to continue to allow masses of, when I say lower class, I don't mean to insult them, but they're not people that can support themselves.
But this country was founded by lower class illiterate men and women.
Yeah,
those who came on the Nestor Pina and Santa Maria were not your academic scholars. These were literate people too. Christian Columbus, he was illiterate himself. He was no scholar. He had a ship full of inmates and criminals that England and Europe did not want.
And we also didn't have to pay for them.
But illiterates came in the beginning, so why look at it like that now?